And good day, viewers, and welcome to this evening's edition of the Evening Review. I'm Ashley Smith, and I'm the news editor of Namibian Sun. And welcome back, viewers, to the Evening Review. I'm Ashley Smith, and with me once again is the editor of Namibian Sun, Toivo Njabela. Toivo.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you?
No, very well, very well.
Already a very up and rising news week, even though it's a Monday.
It looks like it will be another one with a lot of fodder for our readers and viewers in terms of news. But yes, it started on a very emotional note. As you would see on our front page, we have now the story of the Swapo Secretary General, Secretary for Information and Mobilization, Hilman Nikanor, talking about how Swapo still is the top dog, despite losing a very huge portion of its votes, including 14 seats in the National Assembly, coming out and saying that we are still in charge and very powerful because we are going to dictate, even where we lost, it is us who must dictate the funding of development there because we are in charge of the national budget. It has sparked a lot of mixed reactions, the dominant view being that it's a very unfortunate statement because she seems to suggest that they are able to sabotage development in constituencies that are not under their control, and that is very unfortunate.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the viewpoints that has come across. But another interesting story on your front page today, Toivo, around the seizing of the re-seizing of the Samaraji vessel, the Highness.
Yeah, the vessel is, I think the authorities moved very fast on Friday last week to what is the word?
Seize?
to seize it. While awaiting, as a matter of fact, for authorities. Remember last week we were saying, nobody seems to know what was going on.
Yes.
Do you go ahead and seize the vessel pending legal requests, or do you wait until the vessel is gone? So I think police were very proactive to say we'll hold on to the vessel while the PG is making that decision whether to say release it or not. But given the serious nature of the bribery allegations involving the company that owns the vessel, let's hold on to it until such time. Yeah.
And of course, sometimes we forget in the midst of all this, corruption allegations and so on. But obviously some of the most important role players and stakeholders are the fishermen who lost their jobs, not only as a result of quotas being reallocated in the Fishrot scandal, but also because these vessels are no longer going to be fishing in our waters.
Yeah, I was saying on social media myself on Sunday that there's this big promise made by government to say they are going to ensure that all fishermen who lost their job in relation to this scandal will get their jobs back. But now we are hearing more and more of them actually losing their jobs.
Exactly.
Especially those that were employed by this company. You can understand the company's position to say, look, we no longer have quotas in Namibia. We have no reason to keep working in Namibia. But at the end of the day, our Namibian compatriots are left stranded there without jobs.
And on that note, we're going to play our first clip for the evening, Toivo.
Sure.
And it is our reporter, Leandria Lowe, who spoke to Phillip Munenguni,
yes,
who is the Vice President of NUNW. And obviously he highlighted also the impact on families and even families being split apart because of jobs being lost in the fishing industry.
We have also then decided, since colleagues, comrades, the problem that went, or that the Fishrot that is happening in Namibia, or that happened in Namibia, was a cause of Samaria. So that's why after when we have done, or we have discussed the issue of saga and gisa, we have requested that since there are employees of Arctic NAM. Employees of Arctic NAM that were retrenched in 2018 and 2019. Those that were working with Henneste vessel. So we have then requested Jackie that to send an email and call them, and I also decided today I'm going to speak with Sameri. I want to speak with them because we want to understand them, because we have heard they have made statement in the media that they have paid people according to the labor law, which is wrong, which is not right. They are lying. They did not pay it according to the labor law. The exit package of the employees in 2018 was not negotiated. So they have paid according to their feelings. And remember, they are the one who caused the problem. People have lost their properties, people have lost their assets, and some have even lost their wives due to Sameri. No, now we have said, this negotiation of Arctic NAM employees, it needs to come back to the table. That's why we have requested Jackie that in our next meeting in 2 weeks' time, which is going to be on the 24th of this month, we want a CEO of Sameri with an extra person to come here, and also the directors from Arctic NAM. The directors of Arctic NAM, because remember, when the people were retrenched at Arctic NAM, there were still 51,000 tons of horse mackerel. And those ones were with, many of them were with the Namibian companies that were joint venture with Arctic NAM. So those shareholders, we want, or those directors, we want them to be in that meeting, because we feel that the quotas that were given to Erongo Marine, when these two companies, shareholder, Icelandic and Namibians, relationship went so. So we want to know who were the employees that were listed to those quotas. And these shareholders have been benefiting on these quotas from Erongo Marine, while we have our people that went in the street. So we were then saying,
And welcome back, viewers, and thank you for staying tuned to the Evening Review. Yesterday was Constitution Day, and we celebrated 30 years of the advent of the constitutional order in Namibia. Our reporter, Uhone Klagi, spoke to Ombudsman John Walters about the significance of the day for the nation and its citizens.
Yeah, telephonic?
Yes. Just your brief comment, sir.
Okay. The importance of the day lies in the fact that the Constitution, as the Constitution prescribes itself as the supreme law of this country. It is not an ordinary act of parliament. And the importance there is because the Constitution prescribes to the government how it should rule this country. It protects all the rights of all citizens. It contains a lot of promises. But as I said in the past and today, that we cannot blame for the Constitution for unfulfilled promises. We must look and search for the blame elsewhere. The Constitution is a lasting document. It stood the test of time. After 30 years, we still have the same Constitution, but few amendments. The same institutions are still in place. The same promises are still guaranteed in this Constitution. We have to celebrate this day because this Constitution belongs to the Namibian Constitution. It was drafted by Namibians for Namibians. And all I can say to the Namibians, try to get pride in our Constitution and make it and ensure that it remains a living document.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay. Bye.
And welcome back, viewers. And now for quite a disturbing story from the north, from the Ondangwa rural constituency, where a family has been tormented by fires since November last year, which has destroyed their belongings. Our reporter, Eleni Njato, spoke to Councillor Abraham.
What is happening here, Honorable? Monica, currently we are at Mefravia's residential in a Panduro on Dangwa constituency. Then the family was challenging by the mysterious fire, which was started in the 26th November for the first challenge. Then they burned the one rooms. Then the family started struggling and think what is the cause of the fire. But on the 2nd February of this month, the fire started again. Then they burned the house, some rooms on the 2nd, and the 3rd, and then the 4th. So the families are under challenge of this fire, which is sometimes burning the whole hut, sometimes burning only the hut inside. What is inside the room, it is what is burning. Then the family now is losing everything. It is losing clothes, blankets, beds, and many, many things. That's why me, myself, as a councillor of this constituency, appeal to the community at least to help this family with what they have. To us in the office, when we make an assessment on this house,
welcome back, viewers. And from Rundu, we've got this unfolding story about the office bearers' election and swearing-in ceremony that hasn't taken place at the town because of some political infighting within Swapo. The Swapo SG, Sophia Shaningwa, was supposed to have a meeting today with the parties involved, but that didn't materialize because of a last-minute call by some of the stakeholders for President Hage Geingob to intervene. Kenya Kambowe, our reporter at the town, had this to say about the latest developments.
What happened in Rundu today was that the meeting by Swapo Party Secretary General Sophia Shaningwa to address the Rundu Town Council issue was not fruitful because the Swapo Party Kavango is regional leadership and the 3 councillors who were said to have been recalled from serving on the Rundu Town Council did not show up. This is after the 3 councillors, Isa Kandingu, who last year served as the mayor of Rundu, Anastasia Antonio, and Tony Ausiku, who both served on the management committee, wrote a letter to the Swapo Party's top 4 leadership in which they want the Swapo Party President Hage Geingob, Swapo Vice President Netumbo Nandi Daitua, and Swapo SG Saningwa and her deputy Marco Ausiku to intervene in the matter. In the letter, the 3 are crying foul over the procedure used to recall them, accusing the Swapo Party Rundu Urban District Executive Committee of not following the right procedures. They further inserted transcripts in which the District Executive Committee members during voice recordings bad-mouthed them. They also argued that their recall was not done in accordance with the various guidelines as stipulated in the Swapo Party Constitution and the Rules and Procedures Act book. They also quoted the Local Authorities Act, claiming that the interpretation of the acts by the Swapo Party Rundu Urban Executive Committee is wrong. Therefore, the decision for their recall should be set aside and that the swearing-in ceremony should take place. They also indicated that Swapo Party Secretary General Sophia Shaningwa is compromised in the situation and that she is not fit to deal with the matter of Rundu Town Council. Although the letter to Geingob and others is said to be the reason why the meeting was not going to bear fruits, as the Swapo regional leadership and the councillors were not present, Shaningwa, however, went ahead to engage those who were in attendance, which included the Minister of Urban and Rural Development, Pea Mushalenga, the Swapo Party Rundu Urban District Committee members, the Deputy Minister of Works and Transport, James Sankwasa, who was there in his capacity as the national leader assigned to Kavango East, as well as the Rundu Urban Constituency Councillor Victoria Kauma. Attempts to get comment from Shaningwa after the meeting proved futile as she refused to talk to the media when approached for comment.
And for our final story, we have a peculiar one from Swakopmund, where an elephant that invaded the town during the festive season is back again, causing some more shenanigans. We caught up with the Environment Ministry's spokesperson, Romeo Mahunda, to get an update on what's happening.
The elephant in Swakopmund is doing very well. This morning, our staff members were there to do continuous monitoring of the elephant. It was spotted eating, and we believe that there's also water in the Swakopmund River. It is just behind Rosmund in the area of Swakopmund. The elephant has come back from the Omaruru River, where we recently collared it after it was taken there in December on Christmas Eve. So the elephant will be there. We just urge everybody to stay clear of the elephant. We are informed that there are people that are flocking there to go and check the elephant. So we really appeal for people to stay clear of the elephant because we believe that this is a very peaceful animal, and the ministry is still considering what to do with the elephant. We might need to translocate it.
And viewers, that's it for today's evening review. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Ashley Smith, the Namibian Sun News Editor, and we'll see you again tomorrow evening.